Evening. This is the poem Birds by D.H. Lawrence. The poem begins at evening, sitting on the stars, when the sun from the west, beyond Pisa, beyond the mountains of Carrara, he said the birds and the world is taken by surprise. This first stanza is talking about the settings of the poem. The poem is set at evening. The poetic personnel is sitting on the terrace. Where is the personnel sitting? The personnel is sitting on the terrace. When the personnel was sitting, the sun from the west, beyond Pisa, beyond the mountains of Carrara, they passed, and the world is taken by surprise. Meaning that where the personnel was, the location of the personnel is around the mountains of Carrara. He moved forward to the next stanza. He said, to describe the setting, he said, when the tired flower of Florence is in gloom beneath the glowing brown hills surrounding. When under the arches of the pontiff vehicle, a green light enters Engage stream, flushed from the west, against the current of Oscano. These are just to describe the setting of the poem. To do what? Describe the setting of the poem, where the personnel is sitting, the place where the personnel is. So, the main concern of the poem begins at stanza 4. It said, look up and you see things flying between the day and the night. Swallows with spools of dark thread swing the shadows together. He said, the personnel just look up and see the beautiful creatures flying between the day and the night. He mentioned the word swallows, meaning that the types of birds flying is the word swallows. Swallows doesn't mean what is it called? A solid food. No. It's a type of bird that doesn't fly. I think swallow is you can Google search it online and find the word swallow. Swallow is a type of bird that doesn't fly. The personnel begins. He begins to describe the swallow. He says swallow is a circle sweep and a quick parabola. And he begins forward. He doesn't describe the swallow. He begins to give a description. He said a cycle sweep and quick parabola under the bridge arches, where the light pushes through. He still describing the place. He said a sudden turning upon itself of a thing in the air. He said a deep to water. The personnel begin to doubt. You think it is swallows? He said the swallows are not flying solely. There is a movement of thing at a particular time. Maybe there is a guy that you do pass in your environment at a particular time, and you saw someone who looked like him. When you came to your mind that this fellow doesn't come at this time of the day, you do pass around 6 o'clock. Why is it passing 2 o'clock? Same thing is happening to the personnel, that's the petty personnel, that swallows are flying slowly. They don't fly this time. Swallows. He made a rhetorical question. Swallows? He said, I begin to describe. He said, dark year life looping, yet missing the poor loop. A twitch, a twitter, an elastic shudder in flight, and serrated wings engage the sky. Just describing the swallow. They may ask which stanza the personage is describing the swallow. Let's count it. Stanza 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The personage describing swallows in stanza 8. He said, a twitch, a twitter, and a laxy shoulder in flight, and serrated wings engage the sky, like a glove, a black glove, thrown up as the lights are falling back. He adapts. He says, never swallows, but the swallows are gone. The guy is just like, it is the name swallows. Swallows are not like this. No. They are not like this. They are gone. The swallows are gone. They are not swallows. So at a wavering instant, the swallows gave way to bats by the pointing vehicle, changing guide. Then bats and uneasy creeping in one's cap as the bats sweep overhead, flying madly. They say, Pipistrello, Black Piper, on an infant master pipe. Little lumps are flying here and our voice indefinite, wilding vindictive wings like bees of ember. The poetic personage describing bats. Bats do fly in the air and our voices indefinite, no whining voice, and their wings are like umbrellas. Bats, creatures that hangs themselves up like an old rag to sleep, describing bat. And disgustingly upside down, just describing bat, hanging upside down like rows of disgustingly old rats, and grinning in their sleep. He said, bat is not for him, but in China is a symbol for happiness. So let's begin to describe the literary device or any related question. Let's begin to treat it. They might quote a sentence from a poem and ask what does this mean. So for example, we said the swallows are gone. What does it mean? It means, what does this symbolize? It symbolizes the end of romantic era, the end of nature. This poem represents industrialization and the era of industrialization and during the ancient day. During the ancient day, there was no form of industrialization. The police person is just trying to say that there is no just trying to say that the archaic, the olden day stuff are gone. Trying to use the word swallows, like, okay, when bats came, the bald bats represent industrialization, why the bird called swallows represent the olden stuff. Like when bats came, everything became scatter, was not actually meaningful. And when we talk of the swallows, when swallows come, like when he was describing swallows, like everything was like peaceful, like the person is just trying to condemn industrialization. And the swallows are gone symbolize the end of romantic era, which is the end of nature. Remember I said that the poet's name is D.H. Lawrence. The poet of this poem is D.H. Lawrence. So the title of Lawrence anthology, like the collection of Lawrence poem, are birds, beasts, and flowers. The anthology of Lawrence poem is what? Birds, beasts, and flower. Note that. You see it in the questions. D.H. Lawrence's father was a coal miner. They might ask her, who is D.H. Lawrence? Note that D.H. Lawrence is a coal miner. The tired flower of Florence symbolize what? Let me take you to the poem. The tired Florence. This is it. It said, when the tired flower of Florence is in gloom. They might ask us that the tired flower of Florence is in gloom. Symbolize what? Symbolize sun. It's a symbol for sun. And they might ask us that another name for swallows, the swallows, another name for swallow is loop bird. Another name for swallow is loop bird. The passionate tone changed from admiration to when he realized that the swallows were bad. Let me explain. He said, look up and you see things flying, The stone is what? Is admiration. He was admiring the beautiful creature. Said, look up and you see things flying between the day and night. Swallows with spools of dark thread swing the shadows together. If don't start to change when you say and you think the swallows are flying late, the tone change. Never swallows bad, the swallows are gone. The change, the passionate tone begin to change. Like, no, this is not bad. This is not swallows that I know. No. It is not bad. So the tone change from admiration to what? To disgust. When he realized that the swallows were bats. His tone changed from admiration to disgust. Not hatred, it's disgust. Like, this is very disgusting. This is not swallow that I know. He was discussed about bat, like this bat, it is irritating. He was even describing that we like bit of umbrella, like and disgustingly, and creatures that hang themselves up like an old rag to sleep and disgustingly upside down. It was just like, which one is this? They are bad. So and according to the poem, bats, the poet abhors bats. He hates bats. Like was trying like describe them. Like was irritated. He hates bats. Doesn't like bats at all. I think he likes swallows. Let's proceed. He said, little lumps that fly in the air refers to. Oh, please, sorry for the distraction. Oh my God. I'm sorry for the distraction. I'm sorry for the distraction. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the distraction. I'm sorry for the distraction. Okay. I'm sorry for the distraction. I'm sorry for the distraction. I'm sorry. He said little lumps. Let's look for the the little lump that fly in the air. Let's look for the point, for the this thing, for the line to explain. Little lump that fly in the air. Where can I see this thing? Okay, let's move forward. The little lump that fly. Here is it. When you mention the word pipistrello, so it's a black paper on an investmental pipe. Say little lumps that fly in air and have voices. They may ask us that what does it refer to? What does this mean? It means is. It's reverse word. It's reversed to is. We can look for the meaning in dictionary. According to the pen bat, little lump that fly in the air refers to is. So the poem moved forward. It said like a glove. It said like a glove, a bad glove thrown up at the light and falling back. And the literary device employing this expression above is what we called metaphor. Like a glove. When we use like, the word like is simile, so it is not metaphor. I'm sorry for distracting you. It is not metaphor. It is, when you hear the word like, that indirect, it is indirect comparison. So it is simile. And according to the poem, the poem note is that of an unplain sanctuary. The poet's mood is that of unplain sanctuary. Please note the point. The poet's mood. What is the mood of the poem? The poet's mood is that of what? Unplain sanctuary. It was like, it was unpleasant, sir. So they may ask us, when the poet was describing bat, he mentioned this word, serrated wings. Please kindly take your time to watch this video. You will gain a lot. Serrated wing that is waving distance. Where is this? Take your time. Take your time. Okay. Awesome. Okay. Take your time to wash. I must look for it. We must look for this answer. Oh my god. So finally, this line, let me show you this line. It said, this is the line. And serrated wings against the what? Against the sky. What is the literary device employs? Serrated wings against the sky. What is the literary? What is the literary employed in this? Like, just think about it. What is the literary? What is the literary poem? What is the literary text? Serrated wings engage the sky. Like, let me ask you, can the wings be engage engage the sky? Can the wings engage the sky? It is it is personificationally for a wing to engage the for a serrated wings engage the sky. The answer is personification. When they ask all that, the device employed in this expression is dash. Serrated wings engage the sky. The device used, literary device used is what? Is personification. Serrated wing engage the sky. Serrated wing engage the sky. Serrated. Oh my God! Another distraction. Oh, please don't mind the distraction. Don't mind the distraction. Don't mind the distraction. Don't mind the distraction. So, serrated wing engage the sky. Engage the sky. Don't mind the distraction. So they may ask Lord that the major theme of the poem Bat is the theme of that. They may ask that the major theme of the poem the Bat is we have many themes, like if your option bring the word change, the change is the answer. Why is change is the answer? Why? Serrated wing, or like from the beginning the poet, the poetic person there was admiring, like, wow, see the beautiful nature, and he began to change his mood when he said that when he saw bad, like disgusting bad, who is Jesus, I don't like bad. No, that in China is for happiness but not for him. He detests bad. The mood is begin to change. So the major theme is change. So when they ask all that, which theme does not manifest in the poem? Like, what type of theme does not manifest in the poem? Okay, how birds fly? Is there like birds fly like any bird fly like so? No, there is nothing like that in the poem. It doesn't relate to the poem. How bird fly is not in the poem. Okay, in the poem said the purity of life in the romantic era and dark days of the modern industrial era. The purity of life in the romantic era and dark days of modern industrial era illustrate the use of construct. They might just bring it that the purity of life in the romantic era and dark days of the modern industrial era illustrate the use of construct. He said, look up. This is the stanza. You are in the right place. Look up and you see things flying between the day and the night. Between the day and the night. Illustrate the use of what? What type of figure for speech use? So this is at the time you are supposed to know in the poem what type of figure of speech does he use. He makes use. Okay, one thing is that if they quote it like this, they make a quotation mark. They start with quotation mark between the look up and they end the quotation mark in the flying. Quotation mark here, quotation mark here, quotation mark here. So quotation mark here, quotation mark. Please don't mind the distraction. Quotation mark here, quotation mark here. So if they now quote it, like, the answer will be apostrophe. What is apostrophe? Apostrophe is just like talking to to inanimate objects, like talking to inanimate object as if you are talking to a person. Like, okay, death be proud. Like, can death be proud? Like, we are talking to non-living thing. The first person there was not actually talking to anybody, just like that. Look up and you see who was he talking to. When you just say quotation mark like this, the dot quote it. So it is apostrophe. You say look up, what type of figure she employ in the poem? It is apostrophe. It is apostrophe. Please take note of that. So let's proceed. The poem doubles as a monologue and a narrative poem. Like, when you talk of monologue, we know monologue now, a single narrator. No, it was based on one person narrating the poem. So, and it's a narrative poem. The poem is straightforward. We have many poems that are not straightforward. Like, we feel like, what is this? But it is there. Is trying to tell a what? A story. So story was trying to tell a story. So, and the story is, so we make use of monologue and what is it called? So let's move forward. The first tone, when they ask what is the tone of the poem, the first tone is what? Is cynical. The first tone is what? Is cynical. And the poem, and the attitude of the poem, what is the attitude of the poet? Passionate toward Bat. Is it? Does he admire Bat? Does he venerate Bat, or what does he do with Bat? So when we talk there, the attitude of the poet toward Bat is that of revulsion. If you want to know the revulsion, check the dictionary. So I can't remember the meaning now. So just check the brief man, you must know it. Just sign of something like hatred, just something dislike, something like that. So the attitude is that of revulsion. 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 There is this sentence that's supposed to be made at the end of this poem, but they did not write it in this stuff. When we say not for me, there is this sentence that is before this one. He said, in China, bat is a symbol for what? For happiness. They like bat, but not for him. In China, according to D.H. Lawrence, bats are symbols of what? What are these symbols? It symbolizes what? It symbolizes joy. They love bats in China. They love what? They love bats in what? In China. So, and the dominant poetic device used in the poem. What is the dominant, the main thing used in the poem? The main thing used in the poem, just reason. The main thing in the poem is what? Is enjoyment. Enjoyment. What is enjoyment? Like, just like incomplete sentence, moving from one sentence to another without the use of full stop. Like, okay. Let's start from the first answer. It said, I'm coming. You see it? When the first sentence, like, it enter into one sentence to another. When you say, where the sun from the west, beyond peace, I said, beyond the mountains of Carrara, the path. There is beyond the mountains of, like, it's not like there is no use of full stop. Like, it just, I cannot give it up. If you check the meaning of enjoyment, you will know what I'm talking about. Like, from one sentence to another. So that's the major device used in the in this stuff, and it makes use of simile. Yeah, it makes use of simile for the description of the poem. So let's move forward. This stuff is actually can come out in a question. This stanza I said at evening, it can come out in a question like, what type of poetic personnel, what type of poetic device is this, or whatever. He said, at evening, sitting on this terrace, when the sun from the west beyond Pisa, beyond the mountains of Carrara, the path and the world is taken by surprise, which among the following was not used in lines above? So they may ask that which of the following is not used among the lines above, and they make use of caesura, a pause in a line of poetry. The use of caesura. Caesura is the poet. The command is a form of pause. They make use of what? Alliteration, repetition of consonant sound. So repetition of consonant sound. Let's check the repetition. When the song on the west being repeated. Oh, is there repetition? Yes, like which question is even? Okay. Was no use. Okay. Be checking it. Maybe there is alliteration. I don't think alliteration is there, and there is use. Let's check with the use of repetition. There is repetition. The word beyond is repeated. Beyond Pisa, beyond the mountains of Carrara. There's repetition in the first stanza. Note that there is repetition. There is caesura, a pause in the line, and there is no. That's the two. There are two literary devices I know it is here. So let's proceed. So when the ask us that, what does this mean when you say a green light enters in gate stream, flush from the west? Flush, a green light enters in gate stream, flush from the west. Illustrates what? What does it illustrate? What does it illustrate? What does it illustrate? Illustrates personification and alliteration. Light cannot enter anywhere. It is personificationally. And when we want to indicate the alliteration, flush from. Alliteration is a repetition of letter. I don't think it's a repetition of consonants. Are flush from are repeated. Flush from. The two words are repeated. So they were repeated, and they might ask all that which following device is not used in the poem. What type of device is not used, and what type of device are used? What type of device are not used, and what type of? So note that the poem does not have ellipses as a device. They are using this line. What is the concept? This line, this stanza does not have this type of device, ellipses personification, enlargement. It has none of these devices. Enlargement, personification, ellipsis. They ask, but there is use of caesura also. A pause in line. The use of caesura. There is use of alliteration. There is use of alliteration. There is use of alliteration. So this, I think, there is use of enjambments. Like just there is use of enjambments, and the two dominant devices which are in the poem. The type of literary device which are in the poem are what and what. Are what and what. Answer it. Are what and what. Are what? Caesura and enjambment. They are the major. There is no line that you not see caesura, a pause, and there is no news when you not see enjambment. Like one, okay, when a sentence move to another sentence without the use of full stop. That's what enjambment means. Another word for enjambment is run on line. Another word for enjambment means what? Run what? Run on line. So let's move to this line again. This stanza again. Say, look up and you see things flying between the day and at night. They might ask us that, what does this mean? These lines trying to tell us what? What does this line trying to tell us about? They might ask us, what does this trying to tell us? And these lines make use of apostrophe. Like they might ask us that these lines exemplify apostrophe and what is it called? Apostrophe and imagery. In the imagery, I think it's a visual imagery. Correct me if I'm wrong. A visual imagery, in the sense of what he gave a picture of what is the person that is trying to talking about. It's just like he said, you look up, you see the beautiful creature flying between the day and night. He gave a picture of the what the person is trying to say and what the person is doing at the moment, giving a picture that the person is looking at the beautiful sky. He said, look up. He said, you see the beautiful creatures flying between the day and night. So let's move to another stanza where he said, where lad pushes through. So let's look for another stanza, another lines of stanza. This is it. He said, where light pushes through. What type of figure of speech is this? We might see it in our Jamb and postute Hemi. Where light pushes through. This, when I did my so this type of question, like we might see in Jamb, like this type of stuff is unpredictable. You cannot predict questions that can come out of this, but with our preparation we can predict it. Preparation determines success. Where light pushes through. What does it mean? What does it exemplify? Like, what does he trying to say? So where light pushes through, can a light push? Please, can a light push? When it's just like inanimate object trying to do something, it is abnormal, it is impossible. So it is what? It is personification. It is personification. When light pushes through is a what? Is an example of personification. So we are about to stop. and we continue from next class when you have literature. So when we say the wings like umbrella, wings are umbrella, what is trying to say? What does he describing? He's describing bats wings like umbrellas, and the poetic device used there is simile. So see you in the next class, and make sure you okay. I think after the tomorrow there will be question and answer. Maybe when you listen to it, show your reaction, please. It is very, very important. See you. Have a nice day.